Tell me, how did we evolve into what we see now?
So I didn't go to school I went to school for marketing and business, but I ended up dropping out. I caught a case. And during that case, I ended up getting extradited to Oakland, California, because I was going to school in Missouri. Ended up beating that case, took it to trial, but that ended my relationship with, the school system.
Yes, sir.
But when I was young, we used to have what they call Savior's Day. So Savior's Day is a Black Muslim celebration, right? And there was this TV channel in Oakland called Soul Beat. So we used to have to practice these particular speeches. It could be about astronomy, it can be about sociology, it can be about Black empowerment. And so I got tapes. I'm like 8, 9 years old, getting on stage, speaking about the same things I speak on today.
Right.
And funny enough, I just got a glimpse of seeing that just like last year, because somebody had a tape, and I've seen myself quoting something I said when I was a child today.
Wow.
You understand me? And to say that, like, I look at speaking as a skill rather than a talent, because it's something that I have to develop over time. Tonality, being able to communicate, being able to listen, being empathetic to an audience, understanding how to take a concept that's in your head and how to build that in someone else's head as you speak.
Right.
Communication is a lost art amongst today's people, because everything is microwave. We don't really understand communication. It's too easy. We don't have to write anything. We don't have to fully say our points. We text message. We put on Twitter, it's more aggressive. There's no empathy because there's less context. So most of the things that we say are misunderstood, right? And so for me, communication came from having past positive proof that I was good at something, right? So when I was told, like, yo, you killed it on the stage, but I also used to be in Oakland going to rallies when there was issues with like the police or something. And so I didn't see no representation of Black men speaking. It'd be a sea of white folks speaking about Black issues. So I wanted to be in representation and represent that. There was no cameras there, but I just felt compelled to go speak. So, but afterwards, people would come up and be like, yo, you killed it, you did this, that, and the third. So I'm like, anytime you got a skill set, you should use it in some way where you can change the world.
Yeah.
You understand me? And so that's where my journey of communication started.
You were speaking about communication, and I think to even put a microscope to that, the issue is not just communication, it's Black men being able to communicate with other Black men.
That's a super fact.
You feel me? Like having this eye contact and saying, hey bro, let me tell you something. And I want you to understand that it's coming from love. Like what you did, uncalled for. And let me tell you why I was uncalled for. Now, I had mentioned in an episode before, the difference between fuck you coming from a white man to a white man is completely different than a fuck you coming from a Black man to another Black man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's all communication. A white man saying to another white man, fuck you, he can still make millions of dollars with that person. Yeah. We've seen it because, let's say Trump, right? A lot of Caucasian people hate Donald Trump. But guess who they voted for?
Big Trump.
You see what I'm saying? You don't get to being who he is without the support from all people.
Yeah.
It's Black people who voted for Donald Trump too.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
But when you have senseless issues like in our culture, rap beefs, when they say it's fuck you to the that's something that we have to change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with communication, because once a person feels a certain type of way, it's not even that you want that person to feel how you feel. You want that person to understand where you was coming from. And a lot of Black men have issues with articulating and verbalizing how it made them feel, because one of two things: either they don't know how, or it's looked at as weakness. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I've been around you off camera, long enough to realize like this motherfucker woke. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're able to control your vernacular. The tone is important. Empathy is important. Strategy is important as well. So when you're going into a public speaking, let's say the revolt situation, how long does it take you to prepare for it?
This one was interesting because they wanted me to send in a script They actually asked me, yo, do you want us to write it? And I just said emphatically no.
Yeah. No, this ain't it.
It's not possible for you to write something better than what's gonna come out my head, because I let God write for me.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no better writer than God.
Yes, sir.
You understand me? So for most of the time, what I try to do is gather inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? And I try to visualize what do the people need, right? Because if there's just one topic, like they gave me a broad topic, the future is now.
Mm-hmm.
So that could mean anything, literally, right? So with that one, I try to think, how do I connect us to understand that time is an illusion and that everything exists in this moment. It's all about what we do right now.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for us to really understand that, we have to understand what was done before we got here. Right. So before I speak, I would, I might listen to a great speaker, right? I'm listening to the greatest speeches in history because that's what I want to be on par towards. You understand me? And then I imagine the response, right? I've done this ever since I was a child. If I get into any competition, I'm not worried about the competition. I'm imagining what it's like to win, how it's like to celebrate. You understand me? Because now everything in the middle is just in my way towards getting me to that finish, right? But you know, when you study and you trained on something, you know it. So overthinking can actually delay your response, right? So when you actually in the field, it's gonna destroy your flow. So now you're trying to think of what to say, but these are two different parts of the brain. It's what you know, and then you got your hardwired thinking. So now this is like when people go on stage and they can't speak because they got two parts in the brain tripping over each other. So I take the notes, I allow myself to be inspired, but when I get on the stage, I have to just let it flow. And I gotta just be in flow state because that's the type of speaker I am. Different speakers are different. Some people gotta have a whole script in front of them and they gotta read it. Some people gotta have something in their head that they rehearsed 1,000 times because we learn in school to be technical thinkers. Memorization is taught as the highest level of intelligence in school, which is completely false. So for me, if you put me on any stage and I feel the inspiration and I feel the connection to the people, I'm gonna step up there and deliver. And I wanna think about, I'm not just the people that's in front, the audience is just there to watch what I'm going to share to the world later. You understand me? So I'm not particularly just worried about the audience that's in there. I'm worried about how can I change the world when I'm done speaking.